Recently, the nationwide rollout of E20 Fuel under the National Policy on Biofuels has renewed the debate on balancing India's energy security objectives with sustainable management of water resources. While ethanol blending promises lower crude oil imports, reduced emissions, and higher farm incomes, its increasing dependence on water-intensive agricultural crops has raised concerns regarding groundwater depletion, food security, and long-term environmental sustainability. What is ethanol blending? Ethanol blending refers to the process of mixing ethanol, a renewable biofuel produced from agricultural feedstocks, with petrol to reduce fossil fuel consumption, lower greenhouse gas emissions and enhance energy security. India is implementing the E20 program, under which petrol contains 20% ethanol and 80% petrol, as part of the national policy on biofuels. The program aims to reduce crude oil imports, promote cleaner transportation, lower vehicular emissions and support India's climate commitments. India currently relies predominantly on first-generation biofuels produced from food-based agricultural crops, with sugarcane, rice, and maize serving as the principal feedstocks for ethanol production. According to the All India Distillers Association, (IEDA), grain-based feedstocks account for around 67% of India's ethanol production, while sugarcane-based feedstocks contribute about 33%. Ethanol blending in India benefits. Ethanol blending provides multiple economic, environmental, and strategic benefits for India while strengthening the country's energy security. It reduces India's dependence on imported crude oil, as the country imports more than 85% of its crude oil requirement, making the economy vulnerable to global price fluctuations. India imported 234.3 million tons of crude oil worth nearly $137 billion in FY 2024-25, and achieving 20% ethanol blending is expected to save around 40,000 Indian rupees crore annually in foreign exchange. Ethanol improves fuel combustion because of its oxygen content, thereby reducing emissions of carbon monoxide, particulate matter, and other harmful pollutants from vehicles. The program creates a stable market for agricultural produce such as sugarcane, rice, and maize, providing an additional source of income for farmers and supporting the rural economy. Ethanol blending in India concerns. Despite these benefits, India's ethanol program raises important concerns because it relies predominantly on food-based agricultural crops that require large quantities of water. India currently produces most of its ethanol from sugarcane, rice, and maize, with grain-based ethanol contributing around 67% of total production and sugarcane-based feedstocks accounting for the remaining 33%, according to the All India Distillers Association, (IEDA). The recent decline in Kharif maize acreage may further increase the diversion of rice towards ethanol production, raising concerns over food security and food price inflation. Producing ethanol from these crops has a very high water footprint, making large-scale expansion environmentally challenging in a water-stressed country. Producing 1 liter of sugarcane-based ethanol requires nearly 3,630 liters of water, while rice-based ethanol consumes around 10,790 liters, making it one of the most water-intensive biofuels. Even maize-based ethanol requires approximately 4,670 liters of water per liter of ethanol, highlighting the significant pressure on freshwater resources. Agriculture already consumes more than 85% of India's available freshwater, and expanding the cultivation of ethanol feedstocks could further accelerate groundwater depletion. According to the Central Groundwater Board, 2024, states such as Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu already face alarming levels of groundwater extraction. The Central Water Commission has projected that India's water demand could exceed available supply before 2050, while the NITI-AIX Composite Water Management Index, 2018, has highlighted the growing severity of water scarcity across several regions. Subsidized electricity for irrigation and assured procurement by distilleries may encourage cultivation of water-intensive crops, further increasing pressure on groundwater resources. Way forward. India's biofuel policy should adopt a resource-efficient approach that balances energy security with water conservation and long-term agricultural sustainability. Greater emphasis should be placed on second-generation, 2G, biofuels produced from agricultural residues, crop waste, and other non-food biomass instead of relying predominantly on food crops. Policy incentives should encourage cultivation of low water-consuming crops such as bajra, jowar, and ragi, which require significantly less water and can be grown under rain-fed conditions. Expansion of ethanol feedstock cultivation should be accompanied by mandatory adoption of micro-irrigation technologies, which can save 40 to 50% of irrigation water while improving crop productivity. Government incentives, procurement support, and distillery licensing should be linked to the adoption of water-efficient farming practices. Ethanol distilleries should be required to adopt zero liquid discharge, ZLD, systems to recycle and reuse water during production. Ethanol policy should be implemented through an integrated approach involving the energy, agriculture, and water sectors, ensuring that energy security objectives do not compromise long-term water sustainability. Ethanol blending is an important pillar of India's strategy for reducing crude oil imports, promoting cleaner fuels and strengthening energy security. However, its long-term success will depend on balancing these gains with sustainable use of water resources, diversified feedstocks, and integrated policy planning so that India's clean energy transition does not come at the cost of food and water security.
Thank you for watching. Helps you in your UPSC journey. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more guidance and click the bell icon to never miss an update. Keep studying hard and good luck.